Hey friends, it is Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner, and I am here to start today's sports World Cup World Cup video. I'm gonna be simultaneously filming two videos here, so I'll do the intro to this one, and then I'll do the intro to the next one. So I'm standing up because I've got Christmas boxes on my chair because I'm gonna start doing my for pre-vlogmas video. Hello, Josie. Josie, do you want to say hi? Say hi, Josie. Anyways, we are just a short few minutes, like 10 minutes away from today's match starting. So I'm going to get going with this video. Do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? Oh, you are so cute. Wait, are you Meg? Are you Meg? Or did Josie also figure out how to get... You look like Josie, but you're not wearing your collar. Did you figure out how to get out your collar too? What is it with this litter? No collar staying. Jeez Louise, that is Josie, but she's not wearing her collar. Okay, anyways, so today's matches. We are starting off with Tunisia versus Australia. I am hoping for an Australia win. However, with the play that we saw in the first round, Tunisia might have the edge. So that's what I think is going to happen. Like I said, I am going to be working on two videos simultaneously. So my craft room is a mess. It's a mess right now. So I'm going to be working on tidying that up and getting out the Christmas stuff that goes in this room. I only brought back basically the Christmas stuff that goes in this room from storage. I left the rest there because these babies are just a little bit kind of destructive at the moment, and so I didn't want to put up more than necessary until we've probably rehomed them. We still haven't advertised them or anything, so yeah, because like I like to put like the fake green stuff on the banisters, and that is within their reach, and I know that they will try to chew those up. So I didn't want to bring that stuff here. They've been trying to get into boxes, like actual boxes, like trying to scratch their way in, and so I didn't want to bring any of our Christmas stuff here just for them to kind of destroy it. But I wanted to make this like my Christmas wonderland. Hi, Lillian. You want to say hi? Here's Lily. Lily Beans. She needs a haircut. You need a haircut. I was looking at some clippers on Amazon for Black Friday, so maybe Mommy will buy them and then we'll give you a haircut. No, Mom, that does not sound like a good idea to me. Anyways, so yeah, gonna get ready for Tunisia versus Australia, and I don't anticipate having any time to craft during that match because I think I'll be filming, but while filming, I'm gonna put my phone onto was that where it captured the slow motion, not slow motion, but the other one, the time lapse. Anyways, I slept from like 5 to midnight, so anyways, so I'm gonna be doing that, and then hopefully that will clear off my space and I'll be able to craft during other matches. I just thought this one sounds the least exciting of today's matches, so I thought I'd do it during that. I am also wearing Christmas jammies. Gnomes. Christmas tree on a truck. I saw someone with a real Christmas tree today, so people are getting ready. Yeah. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, guys, the match is done, and you can see there's some Christmas happening around here. matches done, and somehow Australia managed to do it. They pulled it out. I was looking for this pen. And now it shows up as I'm recording. Jeez Louise. Anyways. Australia beat Tunisia 1-0. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I did not think I would be this excited because, you know, I don't really care about the Australian team. But you know what? I care about them now. So here we go with my wrap up. I thought maybe after Tunisia's performance against Denmark that this was going to be a loss for Australia. And you know what? Maybe I just need to keep predicting losses for teams I want to win. So they won 1-0. Yes. They set not new records. I guess new records for them-ish. Whoa, something just dropped. Okay. So, in minute 23, Mitchell Duke scored for Australia, and this was such a cool goal. He was like, okay, like say that's the goal back there. He was like facing away from it and headed it into the goal. It was so cool. So cool. Watch the highlights for that one. This is the first time in their 18 World Cup games. So not appearances, but games. So I guess they've, well, I don't know then how many. Anyways, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter getting in the weeds. This is the first time in 18 World Cup matches that Australia went into the halftime in the lead. Can you imagine that? You've played 18 World Cup matches and you've never went into the halftime in the lead. This is also only the third World Cup victory for Australia. So talk about an underdog. I'm so proud of them. They did so great. Their goalkeeper doing great. He did good in the first match. I thought that scoreline against France, what was it, 4-1 or something like that? I thought that was unfair. Like, it didn't really show the match that the goalkeeper had. I mean, not unfair in that France clearly earned those goals, but like unfair in that it looked worse for the goalkeeper than the performance that he put in. So I'm super, super stoked, super excited for Australia. You know, if Denmark disappoints me and goes out of this competition, but Australia manages to go through, I'll be okay with that. Now, if they could take out France, I'd be the most happy. If somehow Australia and Denmark went through and France got eliminated, you don't even know the celebrations I'd have. Like, ugh, France, ugh. Okay, putting my biases aside, okay, here's what happens. Anytime a team does better than Germany, they just get put on the enemy list, and then I keep that grudge forever. That's probably one of my worst traits is I can hold grudges over some of the most ridiculous things. Okay, right now the panel for the Fox Sports one is all women commentators. That's kind of really interesting. And not even the one lady I've seen the most. So interesting. Moving right along, the next match is Poland versus Saudi Arabia. Again, I don't know who I'm rooting for because I thought that Saudi Arabia did really good in their first match. They beat Argentina. So that's really impressive. Poland and Mexico were 0-0. Traditionally, I root for Poland over... Like, they're not in my second tier of teams I root for, but, like, in the third tier where I don't actually care about any of the teams involved. Like, there's my top tier, which is Germany, basically just Germany, and sometimes Wales. And then the United States when it's not against Germany. So that's my top tier of who I root for. And then there's, like, my second tier, which is, like, Denmark and Senegal and countries that, like, I care about and want to win. But if they're going to play one of my top tier teams, then I'm going to not want you to win. And then there's the third tier, which is countries I don't particularly care about, but they'll be a little smudge above other countries I don't Caravel. Okay, so there's multiple tiers in Kate's rankings of countries. And these rankings of countries are not based on the countries themselves. They are entirely based on Soccer World. Okay, there's Real World, there's Soccer World, and Kate's World. And so just because I hate you and despise you and want you to lose every single time, Spain, France, mostly England too, doesn't mean that I hate the country. Okay, I would love to go back and visit England. As a matter of fact, it's on my plans to go back and visit there. However, they are probably like third or fourth tier in Kate's rankings of I hate them most against almost everyone. You know, if England were to play Spain, I would probably root for England over Spain because Spain is like the bottom tier of dislike. Okay, they beat Germany in 2010, and I've had a grudge against them for 12 years now, so, you know, it's not going away. Anyway, so Poland versus Saudi Arabia. Gonna hope for Poland. Hope for Poland. Oh, it's really hard to say, though. I wouldn't be surprised if this one comes out a draw, maybe. But Argentina is on... No, sorry, not Argentina. Saudi Arabia is probably going to be on a high for beating Argentina. So we'll see what happens. I am going to continue to deal with... Oh, the mess got worse. It didn't get better. It got worse. So I'm going to continue to deal with that. Oh, the one other thing I wanted to say in this particular vlog is... so I was really hoping to finish this tulip. But I've decided, since I'm decorating and realizing the goals I'm still hoping to meet for getting ready for Vlogmas, I just, unfortunately, because of the timing of this World Cup, this is not a priority, and I need to realize that I'm not going to work on it, and it is taking up a big space of the space that I need for decorating and setting up and prepping, so I need to put this one away. So, yeah, so this is, I mean, I did finish this one, and I did get, you know, this outlined, and I'm really proud of that, but, I don't know that I have any cross-stitch time for the next, like, you know, 5 days before Christmas starts. So, I put up my counter. It's 29 days till Christmas. So I'll put you back here. But I won't, a tour of that will be in the pre-Vlogmas video that will go up in probably a couple of days. Yeah, probably a couple of days. Hopefully, like, at least a full day before Christmas. I mean, not Christmas, Vlogmas. So, yeah, I'm taking this off the Q-snap now. I have cross-stitch plans for Vlogmas. That is not just the daily cross-stitch one. And I'll talk about that in the other video. But, so I need the Q-snap, and I need this to be put away and just... Yeah, so, that's it, and I will catch up with you guys at the end of this match. So, let's go Poland. Hey guys, oh my goodness, Poland beat Saudi Arabia 2-1. I am still working on organizing this room. I actually pulled out a ton of stuff in my craft closet that I wasn't actually gonna organize, and that's part of why it's been taking so long, but now it looks a lot better in there. After Christmas is when I'm gonna do, I'm hoping in between Christmas and New Year's is when I'm gonna do my massive, like, overhaul to the craft room, because I'm gonna need to move the sewing machine up here. I don't think my husband is going to let me keep it on the dining room table for forever. But anyways, so he found a table that someone was giving away. It's got some for free, and it's got some scuff marks and stuff like that, but I'm not really too bothered about that type of thing. So I'm going to move my quilting table to over here, and then the TV stand that I have over here, I'm going to put in the craft closet. And so there's a ton of boxes and stuff that are in there right now that are going to need to be taken out, organized, and stuff thrown away or put someplace. So I'm really excited to do all of that, but I'm not going to do it until after Christmas. It's just, I think my parents might come up here and visit for a couple of days at some point, and so having that big table in the middle of the room where the air mattress needs to go is not going to be useful. So just leave things like they are for now. Anyways, so the match. This was a crazy match in which there was many points that I thought that they're showing this cute replay that after the Australian player scored, he did this motion, this like sign or something like that, and then the camera switched to his son in the stadium, who's like, I don't know, maybe 5-ish, and he's making the same sign, and then he gives his dad a thumbs up, and that is so cute, just so cute. Anyways, so back to soccer, the current match. Poland versus Saudi Arabia. In the 39th minute, a player named Zielinski, not Zelensky, but it's spelled different, scores for Poland, making it 1-0. Saudi Arabia really, there was many parts of the game where they were the better team, to be honest. In the 44th minute, there was another VAR decision to award a penalty to Saudi Arabia. Szczęsny, the Polish goalkeeper, was having like match of his life for sure, and he saved the penalty. It was remarkable. He made many fantastic saves in this game, so a major kudos to him. He's so far possibly the goalkeeper of the tournament for me, and you know how I feel about Manuel Neuer. This extra time is getting so crazy, and I think it's because of VAR and viewing everything electronically, but there was 10 minutes of added stoppage time in the first half, and the second half I think was less than the first half, which almost never happens. Was it like 7 or something reasonable? Like, it used to be 3 or 4 minutes, and when it was like 6, you were like, ooh, wow. But seeing double digits regularly or the high singles is just insane. Anyways, in the 81st minute, Robert Lewandowski finally scored. He became the oldest Polish player to score in a World Cup. I don't remember if it's for the first time or just ever, but they mentioned that. He is also, Robert Lewandowski is a world-class player for sure, and this is a case of showing like you can be a world-class player playing in the top leagues. I mean, he won the Golden Boot his final 5 seasons at Bayern Munich. In his last season in Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga, he scored 35 goals in 34 matches. Right now, he's at 18 goals in 17 matches at Barcelona. I mean, he's a fantastic player. But when you play for a country that doesn't necessarily have that quality around you, you could go your whole career winning everything that there is to win and not make it there with your country. Some top players never even make it to a World Cup. And it's crazy. It's crazy how being born in a place can totally change, I mean, your life. Not to get too philosophical and emotional or whatever. But anyways, so it was a great game. I'm so happy for Robert Lewandowski. From everything I hear, he is a good person, like not just a good player, but he's a good person. He is faithful to his wife, which I wish more players would be. He's faithful to his family. He comes in early to practice with other players. He tries to build up everyone around him, players, people. He is just a good person who deserves something good like this, like finally being able to score in a World Cup. at the last World Cup, Poland did qualify to go, and he didn't manage to score, and that's because if you don't get the service that you need because the players around you aren't at the same world-class level as you, you might never get the chance to score at this level. And so I'm so happy for him that he got it. You could see how emotional he was. I'll try to find pictures from this match to put with his picture. Sometimes I just take the first picture I find. I try to make sure it's with their country and not with their club so that you can see the jersey. But yeah, it looked like he was almost crying. He was so happy, and that just makes me really happy for him. So I'm so happy for Poland. This puts them at the top of their group with 4 points. The match coming up right now is Argentina versus Mexico. No, it's not. That's the last match. The next match is France versus Denmark. And I want to root for Denmark because you guys know I love Denmark. I've never been to the country. I love the team. However, their performance in the first round just wasn't there, and they are playing against France, the current World Cup champions, and who had an amazing first match versus Australia, even though I do think that people were overselling it a tiny bit. But I just don't know that they have what it takes to win. I want to say that they do. I would love for every match on this day to go the way I want it to. But we will see. We will see. So, yeah, France versus Denmark. It's the first European versus European match of this World Cup. And I'm predicting France to win, but maybe Denmark can pull something out of the air. So we will see. I am going to continue to sort this mess, and I hope to be done by the time the match starts. I haven't even edited yesterday's video, which I normally do like in between the matches. So I just really wanted to get all of this like taken care of, and once I got started I just kept going further than I had intended to. So I will catch up with you guys in about 2.5 hours to wrap up the third match of the day. Bye. Hey friends. Okay, you can see I'm sitting down, which means that I have finished with all of the decorating and setting up for Vlogmas. I've been working on another aspect of Vlogmas that I will be talking about in my pre-Vlogmas video. So the match is done. Heartbreak because where are my notes? Oh, right here. Because, well, France was the better team. We'll just start with that. France was the better team. Denmark, though, were holding their own. And it ended 2-1 for France. Kasper Schmeichel, the Danish goalkeeper, son of super famous world-class goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel. I believe it's Peter. Who was previously the goalkeeper for Denmark, and now his son Kasper is the goalkeeper for Denmark. He had a really good game. So the scoreline, conceding 2 goals, isn't indicative of how well he did play. So in the 60th minute, apparently this is the 11th match of this World Cup that has gone to halftime 0-0. That is just insane. In the 60th minute, Mbappe scored for France. You might remember he scored in the last game for France, and this is a young man with a bright future. I believe he's 23. He wanted to play for Real Madrid. He was going to transfer for Real Madrid. He plays at, I believe, Paris Saint-Germain. And even the president of France called him and was like, we need you to keep playing at Paris. France needs you to. And this brings me to a topic that I've meant to talk about before. And that is that for Germany, it always comes back to Germany with me. Yes, it does. There was a time when Germany, when the top stars for Germany played for Bayern Munich. And this was the case in 2014 when Germany won the World Cup. And since then, it's Bayern Munich have bought more and more foreign players. I think the chain on my purse broke and I'm just noticing it. Anyways, sorry. Since then, Germany have bought more and more foreign players. I think that in the French team alone, there are 4 Bayern Munich players. And I think that there was only like 4 Germany players from Bayern Munich. And as Germany's has declined, so has the number of players that Bayern Munich supplies to the German national team. And I think that those things are related. I think the playing with each other day in, day out makes you a better player for the national level. And I think that we're seeing that here in France with Mbappe, who they begged him to stay at the top club in France, and he did. And he is having an amazing tournament so far. I'd say he's probably a contender for the Golden Boot. I mean, I know he's only played 2 games, but he scored at least 3 goals because he scored the second goal for France here. And I think that he's going to be one of the bright young stars, the next Messi or Ronaldo that people talk about. And so I think that there's something to be said about countries having a big club that a lot of the national team players play for. And I really hope that Bayern Munich can go back to doing that, or decides to go back to doing that. I started rooting for Bayern Munich because so many of the German players played there. And I don't watch them as much because, again, this isn't the case anymore. Anyways, so in the 67th minute, Andreas Christensen scored off a corner for Denmark, and it was 1-1. And I really thought it was going to stay 1-1. Both teams seemed like they would be okay with that score line. It seemed like any minute, it seemed open. Like both teams wanted it. But in the 85th minute, Mbappe scored for France. And so that puts the group standings with France having qualified to go through. So they have officially broken the curse that the previous 3 winners of the World Cup suffered, Italy, Spain, and Germany, of exiting the World Cup at the group stage in the World Cup that follows after their win. So they've officially broken that curse. They were gonna make it out of the the group stage. No one was eliminated in the Group D matches today. All of them can still go through. Obviously 2 teams are going to be eliminated, but they all have a chance still to be in that second place position. None of them can take the top. Well, Australia with like an extremely good match and France with an extremely poor match could, I guess, technically take the first spot from France, but I very much do not see that happening. But so France is at top with 6 points, followed by Australia with 3 points. Then it's Denmark and Tunisia, who both have 1 point and have a goal differential of -1. I'm not sure at this point. I think, sorry, that was probably disgusting. I had an itch on my eyelid. I think, and I could be wrong, that technically Denmark's in 3rd and Tunisia is in 4th because Denmark has scored more goals than Tunisia, but I could be wrong about that. I forget what the tiebreaker is after points. And Denmark and Tunisia tied their game, so it's not the winner of that game. So I think technically Denmark's in third, but don't quote me on that. So that is the... Anyways, so in the last match, Denmark plays Australia. And I think if they win, they'll advance. Because if they win, they'll have 4 points. I don't know if the France-Tunisia match will play a factor. I'm sorry, there's so much math and rules and stuff involved that, yeah. Okay, so the final match of today is Argentina versus Mexico. I'm sorry. Argentina versus Mexico. If Argentina lose this match, if Mexico win, Argentina will be officially eliminated from the World Cup, which is crazy. I think they are currently ranked number 3 in the world. That means Lionel Messi will probably end his playing career without a World Cup win. And considering that he has long been considered the best player in the world, it's like goes back and forth between him and Ronaldo. But again, Ronaldo doesn't stand a big chance of winning a World Cup either. These two players that have gone back and forth between the top player of the world for 12 or more years might both end up without ever having gotten that top trophy. So that's the thing that makes a World Cup so interesting. But anyways, so if Mexico win, they're not for sure guaranteed passage through because Saudi Arabia has 3 points. But they stand a pretty good chance at that part. If Argentina lose, they're out of it. They have no chance at all. I believe they have a small chance if they tie. So this is going to be an interesting match. I expect it to be heated. I expect it to be passionate. Both of these teams play with a lot of passion and heart. So we'll see what happens. And I will come back with the preview. I am going to film a little thing for my Vlogmas preview video. I don't think that I'm gonna edit that video today because I think that there's another segment I'm gonna want to film, and I'm not gonna prepare that segment today. But oh geez, I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. I think I have 2 soccer videos I need to edit today. So after I film this segment for the Vlogmas, then I will start piecing together and editing the wrap-ups from yesterday's match. I don't think I can have that finished before the match is done, so I'll need to continue that after the 4th match. Get that started uploading and then start editing the video for today's matches. So a lot of work ahead for me, but it's okay because I love it. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Well, the final match of the day is done, and it was electric. Honestly, I'm surprised that that no one was sent off the field because people they were challenging hard, and it was a wild game. So Argentina managed to squeak out the win that they needed in order to stay in the game. They were the better looking team, so it was a deserved win. Jamie, no. Sorry. And it ended 2-0. So that puts Argentina in second place in the group with 3 points behind Poland. Poland is their final competitor, and they would probably need to win that game in order to move on. I mean, they can still move on without it, possibly. It will really depend on the other game's result, which is Mexico versus Saudi Arabia. So as it stands right now, the rankings are Poland with 4 points. Then it's Argentina with 3, Saudi Arabia with 3, and Mexico with 1. So this group is still wide open. Any of the countries could get through, and it is really tight margins. So in the 63rd minute, Messi scored for Argentina. In the 86th minute, Enzo Fernandez scored for Argentina, and this young man has an interesting story as well. He's 21 years old. This was his first goal in international appearances for Argentina. It was his first, so since the end of summer, he has really just like soared. So he transferred to Benfica in Portugal, not Puerto Rico, in Portugal. And within a month of being there, he was named the best midfielder in the league, which is crazy after only a month. And his first call-up for Argentina was only in September. And here he is playing in a World Cup, scoring his first goal for Argentina, and it was a goal during the World Cup. So this is another young man who has big things ahead of him, and we will see where that takes him. The sound in the stadium was crazy. The fans were very passionate. They knew Argentina needed to win this game. Mexico wanted to win this game to be able to knock Argentina out. And it was just a massive clash. Mexico should have done better. So that's unfortunate for them. But it was a good match altogether. So let's move on to tomorrow's matches. The first game at 2 a.m. is Japan versus Costa Rica. Oh, man. Well, I hope Japan lose, so I'm going to have to hope for Costa Rica to win, because that is our best chances. I need Japan to lose. So that'll be an interesting match, but let's see. Yeah, Costa Rica lost 7-0 to Spain, so they're probably going to be feeling pretty demoralized headed into that match. Maybe they'll feel like they have something to prove. Oh, we will see. We will see. Japan winning would not be good. It would not be good. But we have to remember that Argentina was on the brink of going out today, and they got the win they needed. So Germany just needs to get the win that they need. They can only concentrate on themselves at this point. The second match, is Belgium versus Morocco, in which I predict a Belgium win. The third match will be Croatia versus Canada. Croatia are not looking as good as they used to. Morocco held them to a 0-0 draw in the first match. And Canada looked the better team than Belgium. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Canada, and I think that they can pull it out. So we will see, but it would be awesome for the Canadians if they manage to get this one. The final match of the day is Spain versus Germany. It's at 11 a.m.
I have church at 12. We will see. I am so nervous about this game. Germany have to win or they're out. Most likely. And they know that. So hopefully they go into it with a winning mentality, that like Argentina, on the brink of going out, and they managed to take the game into their own hands. But we can't forget that Spain beat Costa Rica 7-0. And so a win is definitely, it's going to be an uphill battle. So I'm hoping for a Germany win. I'm really hoping not to be sad tomorrow, but we will see what happens. And that's the roundup for today. I was working on Vlogmas spreads in my bullet journal, during the match. I didn't get any craft stuff done, but just prepping for Vlogmas. So let's see, what did I do? I will show you guys. I did my December spread overview and my December to-do list. I add things to the to-do list as they come to me. Then I made these two trackers. This is my craft tracker. I'm clearly not going to be able to get all this done and stay caught up with it, but I made a tracker for it anyways. And this is my Vlogmas tracker, where I track the various vlogs. I know of 4, and there are other ones from the past that I have watched, but until they post their first video, I don't know that they are going to be participating in Vlogmas, so I'm not writing them down. For example, Grace O'Neill from Babbling Yarns, although I noticed that she changed her YouTube channel to just Grace O'Neill, or Grace the Babbler. Anyways, she just had a baby recently, and so I don't know if that's going to affect her doing Vlogmas. She's done it many years in the past, but having a new baby, you know, that can change things. So I didn't write her down, but she's one I love to follow. Not quite enough yarn. I wrote her down because she already said just on her last video update from yesterday, I think, that she is already planning on doing it. I know Nitty Natty is planning on doing it, so I wrote her down. I know the Bakery Bears are doing theirs, so I wrote them down. I believe Crazy Sock Lady is going to do it, so I wrote her down, but I haven't watched her last couple of videos, so I don't know for sure. But I wrote her down anyways, because I'm just going to assume that she will. There are, like I said, a few that I've watched in the past, like Grace O'Neill. Kristen Lear, I've watched her in the past. She recently, she used to go by Voolenvine, and she changed it to just her name. I know she's done it in the past. I haven't watched any recent videos, but if she does it, I like to follow hers. Mina, Expat Knitter, I think. I know she recently just had a baby, her second baby, I think in the summer. So I don't know if she's going to be doing it. She hasn't been uploading many videos lately, so I didn't write her down. But if she does, I like to follow her Vlogmas. What are some of the other ones? Sweet Violet, I followed hers in the past. But so yeah. So when some of those channels post their first video, I will write them down on the tracker, but until then, I just left them blank. And then, if anyone has any Vlogmases to recommend to follow, then I will definitely check those out. I made a spread for the Whip Wranglers for Semi-Sane. And this is the spread I'm currently in the process of doing. And that is, I decided this year for both my Bon Moment Jam Advent and for my Plum Deluxe Tea Advents that I would write the name And then down below, I would rate it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I have to finish those spreads and then make a weekly spread. So, I also want to make like a Christmas bucket list, like things I really want to do during Christmas. And, oh yeah, and then make a spread to track the books for the series, because I want to get through the books that are related to the yarn advents that I'm doing. So, and then the Bakery Bears themed their advent calendar. They call it a Dickensian Christmas, so I think it's going to be based on A Christmas Carol, so I'd love to read that book too. By read, I mean audiobook. But also with the World Cup, there's a lot going on, so I don't know how much reading, listening time I'll have, but those are my plans. No, baby. So I'm gonna wrap this up now and get the videos up, edited and uploaded. I started editing, putting together yesterday's vlog. Hey, no. Today's vlog, and then also the Vlogmas, the preview video, or not the preview, I guess it's a prep video. So I did, like, I made the pictures for all of the Vlogmases, and then I uploaded the videos into the editing software. So now I'm just gonna work on that and hopefully get up yesterday's sports vlog before I crash of tiredness. So I'm gonna go get working on that, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.